up, internet? My name is Nikki, and today I will be doing my October/November wrap-up. So the past 2 months have not really been really good for me for reading wise. I shouldn't really say I was in a book slump because technically I was reading, but I wasn't actually reading physical books. I was actually reading manga. I kind of got swept into a love series and I ended up binge reading all 6 volumes of it, and yeah, so that's kind of what happened. So technically I was still reading, but not what books I should have been reading due to yeah, oops. So let's get into this wrap up, and yeah, so the first book that I finished in October, probably the only book I actually finished on October, is technically a comic book, and that is Wytches by Scott Snyder. I already read some stuff from Scott Snyder. He's actually been doing the Batman series. I think he's still doing Batman, I'm not quite sure, but he's been writing Batman stories. And also it was blurred by Stephen King, and I figured I love Stephen King, and if you like something, why not try it out? So I did. So before I get into what I thought, let's talk about what it's about. So basically what it's about is we follow a family who ends up moving after some events happen at their old town, and they kind of just want to forget about it. They just want a new start, just to start over essentially. So their teenage daughter ends up having, like, I guess, visions or nightmares of something trying to get her, and it just revolves around how the family reacts to this, what is actually happening in this town, and just so forth. So my thoughts on the story is the artwork is amazing. I love it. It's like really colorful. It's really gory. Just telling you right there. The storyline, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it because I felt like I was missing some things, or maybe some of my pages were stuck. I'm not sure, or maybe I was reading it wrong, but I felt like there were like certain little holes that I didn't understand. Overall, to get yourself in the mood for Halloween, this was really good. I really liked it, especially the mythology of the witches and how they hunt down kids, and it also has a little twist of Hansel and Gretel in it, which I liked due to like gingerbread house. I enjoyed it, but I was a little confused at the same time. I would probably give it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I've been told that there might be a volume 2 that Scott Snyder and the artist Chalk, I think that's his name, yeah, are gonna try to do a volume 2 because there is a little story in the back here, and I'm kind of curious to see how that goes because I kind of want to know what happened, because you have an idea of what might happen, but maybe it didn't happen. So I enjoyed it. I might reread it to see maybe if I was reading it wrong or something. There's just some areas where I was just confused and like, when did that happen? So yeah, enjoyed. The next book I finished was in November, and that is Wytches by V.E. Schwab. So this book literally took me 3 months to finish, and not because it was bad or anything. It was purely me, that the reason why I keep putting it down. But before I get into why, let me tell you what the story is about. But basically it follows 2 best friends, and they end up experimenting to see if they could end up getting superpowers, essentially. So these 2 best friends start going against each other because one believes one thing, another person believes another, and they become enemies. And the story revolves around how they got to the point of being best friends, to the point where they're facing off to the death. That's basically what it is. So when I was reading this, all I could imagine is like, if this could be turned into a movie, I think it would be a really good movie because it takes a twist of the whole superhero movie genre like to the next level, and I really like that. It was just a new twist because I've read a few superhero books and comics, and then of course we've all seen the superhero movies and like the origins of it due to chemicals, or they were born like that, or they come from a different planet. But this is strictly of you having the will to survive, and then you surviving, you come back as something else, or maybe not something else and just something that you gained. Who knows? But I really enjoyed this book. The reason why it took me so long to finish, it's kind of like a slow burn, because it starts off with you being in the graveyard and he is talking to someone, telling a story, and then we have flashbacks. Like every other chapter we have flashbacks of what happened to their friendship, of what happened to when we got to the graveyard. It just, the flashbacks is what gets me. But overall the story is really good and I really enjoyed it. would probably give this a 4.5 out of Goodreads. I will probably pick this up again. Probably won't take me 3 months to finish. It's just really smart and it's really creative because the plot and the twists of it, it's good. It's just good. Just read it. Just read it. The next book I ended up finishing in November was A Monster Call by Patrick Ness. This book, like no joke, took me about 3 hours to finish. It was that good. It's about 250 pages long. I know, I'm a slow reader, sorry. Anyhow, I read it and I was seriously impressed. It was a really good book. I couldn't put it down. It was really good. This book also made me cry, which not that many books, well, that's not true. There's a lot of books that can actually make me cry, especially when it's like a kid and parent situations. It always makes me sad. So anyways, what the story is about, it's about a young boy named Connor, and we kind of follow what is currently happening to him in his life. His mother is sick and just how he's dealing with that, and also dealing with a monster that keeps visiting him late at night. And the thing for me was, throughout the whole story, you kind of have to go, is this kid making it up? Is he manifesting it due to the fact that his mother is dying? Is he trying to find like an outlet or something? But it just puts you in the head of a 13-year-old boy and just how he's trying to figure out how he feels, and him being like so lonely because his mother, the only person in his whole entire life that he cares about, is essentially dying. So the book is really good. I suggest to pick it up, and yeah. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads because it's really good. It's a quick, fast read. If you need something to cry about, I suggest this. It's really sweet. So yeah. So that is it for my October/November wrap up. I'm kind of sad that I didn't read that much the past 2 months, but technically I did because I was reading manga. God. Oh, why? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If not, that's cool. I try to upload Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays, and I'll catch you later. Whoa, bam.